Don't banks charge these fees over and over again? Sometimes 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times a month?
Some banks do.
And the fees on the tiny transactions, on the small transactions, what you're doing is you're making somebody pay more in a penalty than the actual value of the thing that's bought. And that's why people are irritated by it.
They are irritated by that. It would irritate me too.
I get a $35 cup of coffee.
That's absolutely true. That's what happens. That's why it's the consumer's responsibility to keep up with his checkbook, not the bank's responsibility. It never has been the bank's responsibility, not from day one.
Why can't the bank deny the purchase at the point of sale?
They could if they wanted to. If they wanted,
but they don't. They used to.
Some do.
But you do agree that if you apply this fee structure in a way that takes advantage of the individual, 7, 8, 9 charges in a day on a debit.
That's abusive. I agree with that. I agree with that.
Bill Strunk says that many of the big banks have taken his concept of overdraft fees too far. They do that by not processing checks and debit charges to your account in the order they are received. They use a computer program so the banks can pick out the biggest amounts first and charge them against your account. This empties your account faster, resulting in more overdraft fees for each of the smaller amounts. There's no restriction on a bank ordering it that way.
No, that's correct.
And if they're going to make more money doing it that way,
that's correct.
It's a big temptation to do it.
That's correct.
Scott Talbot is a Washington lobbyist for the Financial Services Roundtable, which represents the largest banks, and he defended this practice.
The program is set up to honor what the customers have told us they want. We've set up on a high to low, right? We've told you that up front. We weren't going to process them from high to low. That's what customers have told us they want. Process my mortgage first, process my student loan first, process my car payment first, and then all the other transactions, the smaller ones.
Which customers have told you this when? No one ever asked me.
Yeah, as I told you, you asked me if there was a survey. There wasn't a survey. This is the years of working with our customers to find out what they want, and this is what they've told us.
Even if they knew, and you told them at the time, that this may cost you more money in fees.
Yeah, I mean, we don't, again, there was no survey per se. We didn't set out and...
What is it based on then? What are you
basing it on? It's based on years and years of experience with customers telling us what they want.
The banks feel a need to try and show profitability right now, and they've gotten so hooked on fees that it's almost like a Pavlovian reaction to a problem. Oh, losses are going up. Well, we know how to solve that. Let's just put on some more fees.
The banks want to be able to continue business as usual. Indeed, they're scurrying around right now, trying to figure out what other tricks and traps they can put in so they can drive up their revenues. And with no comp on the beat, that's what they will continue to do.
Elizabeth Warren is a law professor at Harvard and an advisor to Congress who has proposed a new way to regulate the banks.
We need an agency rather than Congress gearing up every 25 years and writing a few specific rules. We need an agency that is responsive to the changes in the industry.
In Washington today, Warren's idea has been taken up by the Obama administration